Hello and welcome to UK Versus. So today I'm doing something a little bit different and I'm going to talk about non-card game related theories. For those who are unaware, Critical Role runs many different campaigns and stories and games that go on within the connected universe of Critical Role Alexandria, and the current one is the Wildemount Wildlings. This is the first one I've been watching as it goes on. I've been catching up since October. I've just finished campaign 2 and I've just started campaign 3. So when my theories and the stuff I have around trying to predict and perceive and figure out where this story is going is usually many years out of date. However, this is the first time I get to theorize live. The next episode drops tomorrow, so I have rushed to try and get this theory out to make sure that it's out before the series finishes and we actually get to the conclusion. So for people who are unaware, Wildemount Wildlings is a kind of camp. It's an American thing. We don't really have camps like that over here in the UK, but it's a camp for want-to-be adventurers where they get to learn the skills and kind of develop what they need to become adventurers early on. And in this iteration of the story, 4 of the campers have not earned any merit badges, so will not be allowed to kind of graduate because they've not risen through the ranks. So Beau and Yasha from the Mighty Nine are called in to help Veth to essentially get these kids a badge before they leave and allow them to kind of graduate camp. So it's an interesting premise from the go. The people that we have playing, we have Lee Barra, Ashley Johnson, Alex Lee, Brennan Lee Mulligan, Marisha Ray, Eden, and Sam Regal. As much as I want to talk about the 4 campers, and as much as I want to theorize about what's going on there, the 4 campers I think are just kids on face value. Apart from we found out about Padmund being more than comfortable. It's very simple. What I want to talk about is what's going on with Yasha and Beau. That's Ashley Johnson and Marisha Ray's characters, because I think that is where the conspiracy kind of lies. That's where the story lies in what's going on, because I think this is all a prank or a helpful therapy or a scheme put together by Caleb and Veth to help their friends come to terms with some of the feelings that they're having and help get rid of any confusion or any kind of doubt around the future and the future steps they want to take together. What makes me think this? Well, one, this camp seems very dangerous. When I know Veth is quite reckless, but there's no way that other people are going to essentially approve of this camp having a lava trap door in it, kind of thing. And I'll get back to that in a second, but I'm thinking the majority of stuff we're seeing is done by Caleb. The potions that were given to Yasha and Beau to make them weaker so they could interact with the kids more safely were given to them by Caleb. The grey gas that came out of the cabins that hit Yasha and made them drunk, giving them disadvantage to all checks that they needed to survive Gub Gub, was done by Caleb. Gub Gub being a mixture of cat, chicken, pig kind of monstrosity with human teeth that only swallowed and transport, did not subdue and kill, is very mystical and very kind of something that already been summoned by Caleb to enact this evil plan. Then when we move on to the fact that they're tied up, and they're tied up using kind of like almost enchanted cat hair, and the cat dander that was kind of making them weak and groggy, so they had to use their feelings to talk and get rid of this enchanted cat rope. To me, all kind of just indicates the majority of this is taking place inside the tower. After the kids started walking through the tunnel and they fell into the trapdoor with the lava, which did nowhere near as much damage as lava is supposed to do. By all counts, Padmund should be dead 3 times over from how many times he interacted with that lava. Alec Lee, Kai, should have been dead when he interacted with the lava because he jumped in the lava. And there's a chance, if they're all fire resistant, that the damage could be as low as it was. But it's very unlikely because lava, when submerged into a foot or hand, does 3d10 damage. And at one point, Padman took 2. So unless he's resistant to fire, and Sam was literally just rolling all ones, that lava was nerfed. And that to me says this is all illusionary. The wonderful, whimsical things we're seeing in the adventure, the sharks with legs, the half and half bunny zombies, the man made out of sound, the way it's all kind of tying together, and the fact Gub Gub went initially for Beau and Yasha and then just left, says this is all planned out. This is all being done by Veth and Caleb to help their friends, as well as provide a safe, controlled environment for the campers to kind of have, and then also grow and have that chance to fight and get the experience in a safe way. Veth has not been there since the tug of war started, the tug of peace started. So it's very likely that Caleb and Veth are doing something on this. Caleb's fingerprints are all over this, especially with the cat stuff I was mentioned. So I think that this is how it's going to end. They're going to find out that it was a controlled environment. They were never really in any true danger because Caleb controls the tower. Caleb controls everything that's going on in there. So was able to create a safe environment that simulated danger, so the kids could grow and they could get that self-confidence and they could help each other and become stronger, as well as it was all a prank therapy session for Beau and Yasha by Veth and Caleb to help them come to terms with what they wanted in their futures. And at this point in the story, how closely Beau and Caleb are working and how close they were in campaign 2. Outside of Veth, Beau is Caleb's best friend in the group. So of course, if they're coming to them and saying they're working too much, they don't get to see their wife as much. They even want to think about kids, but they're not too sure how Yasha feels about it. Caleb's going to want to do something about it. Caleb's going to want to help. He's a good friend. But he's also going to want to prank because, Caleb is a mischievous little wizard. He wants to help out, but he also wants to have some fun along the way. And also, Yasha and Beau kind of grow through violence, grow through these kind of absurd situations. So it makes sense that Caleb will go, well, if we need to therapize them, let's therapize them through an adventure. It makes a lot of sense to me. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think that I'm correct? Do you think Caleb in Veth are the masterminds behind this? Or is there something bigger going on behind the scenes? Let me know in the comments below. And let me know, do you want more Critical Role theories? Do you want some of my theories that I had during Campaign 1 and Campaign 2 that didn't quite turn out to be true, or that turned out to be true and I was still happy that I got it right? And I'm on Campaign 3 now. I'm hoping to catch up by the time the new campaign kind of starts up, whenever that is, because I would love to do more Critical Role content. I'm having a lot of fun with this fandom. I will catch you all in the next one, and let's see how this all goes down on Thursday.